Start Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the FY 21-22 county budget. Michael, go ahead and unmute mics, and any member of the public that would like to speak can go ahead and do so, or department head or elected official.
They can unmute.
I see Jerry talking, but I don't hear him.
Jerry, if you have a comment, please feel free to unmute yourself first.
There we go.
Hi, Jerry.
Yes. I've got a few questions. On page 2, it says taxable valuations. Am I correct when I read that they're up $30 million?
Okay. Do you have page?
I believe the answer is yes.
Yep,
The
it looks
windmill.
like it.
Beg pardon?
The answer would be yes. The windmills were released.
Okay. Next
The Garden
question.
City project off the roll, or came back on the roll, off the TIF.
BJ, what did you say?
Garden City wind turbines were removed from TIF, so their valuation was added.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I should say thank you to you folks for the many hours you have spent putting the budget together. I have an idea how time consuming that is, so thank you. Now moving on to the next page, taxes levied on property. Am I correct when I say that property taxes levied will be up $450,000, which is about 5.2%?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Intergovernmental transfers. They have gone from 6,900,000 to 8,600,000. Why the big increase?
I can't answer that one.
Jolene, did you want to speak?
Is that largely because of health insurance and IPERS, or what?
6 million of it about should be mine.
Yeah, a lot of it is secondary roads going from federal DOT and state DOT.
Taylor said about 6 million of it was his.
It goes to secondary roads each year. But why the other, I don't remember what the other 2 million would be unless, well, that isn't the HVAC.
It's a $1.7 million increase.
Okay, so Jerry, last year, those were not included in the budget for some reason.
Okay. For whatever reason, I respect that. Miscellaneous has gone from 1.55 million down to 268,000. Why the decrease?
Which line was it? Can you repeat
It's
that?
line 12.
Okay.
Line 12.
Under
Yeah,
the-
that's good. Why has that gone down so much in revenues? What's all included in it?
Line 12.
Line 12 on there. What's the amount of that again? Under 260, 245.
Do you know what the miscellaneous was on that one?
Jolene's looking for that right now, Jerry.
Okay, moving down line 20. Mental health is gone from 944,000 down to 339,000. Why such a decrease in that area?
So the levy rate has changed. So due to some changes in legislation and Iowa code that we are being forced to spend down our budget at the regional level. So to do that spend down, it was easier to reduce the levy rate to the locals at the county level rather than keep taxing for something when we are being forced to spend it down anyway.
Okay. Line 21. County Environment and Education went from 1.1 million to almost 3 million. What's in that category?
Which one?
So line 21,
Line 21.
Yep. The county environment and education.
It went from what?
It went from 1.18 to 2.9.
Okay, so that's expenditures.
Okay, got to cross-reference that and go to the expenditures.
No, that's gonna be-
Yeah, Julie.
I'm working on that.
Okay. Who said some quiet time?
Okay, while they're looking for that one, do you have another question, Jerry?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
Line 24. Administration went up $700,000.
He has, yeah. Okay. You want to take that?
You go ahead, Julie.
Jerry, for the missile, or for the administration, for instance, for the board of supervisors, we put in 250 towards the HVAC. $100,000 for attorney fees for litigation. As far as my department goes, we moved 40,000 into the general basic from rural services. That was just to cover our drainage clerk. And then we had also moved 200,000 from capital projects and put that into Jody's, and that fell into that also.
Okay.
HVAC?
No,
Oh, right.
we've always had about 200,000 a year for the what if something major comes up in Jody's department.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It
Okay.
rolls over every year if we don't use it, but it's not hard to have $100,000 claim on anything or a repair
Okay.
bill.
Last line on that page, 40. The ending projected balance has gone from 10.3 to 7.2 to 5.1. Am I correct when I say you're spending down the reserve?
Correct.
Okay. I applaud you on that.
We have thresholds on our reserves that our auditing firm prefers us to have. And so some of them were very high compared to where they need to be. And so conferring with Auditor Peters and Treasurer Eichmeyer, I think we were able to reduce the askings by spending a little bit of that down.
Yes.
There's a little bit of bright news where the rural levy rate only increased at a sum of $5,989. So being able to kind of shift around some of our spending and pay for something like the drainage clerk that serves a large majority of rural customers or clients and constituents from a different fund source was also helpful.
Okay. Go on to the page, Public Safety and Legal Services.
Okay,
Public Safety and Legal Services. Under ambulance, you got 0 budgeted, where last year you had 75,000.
okay.
I think that was a one-time thing. I don't, because there was nothing budgeted the year before either. So I
No,
guess I'm
I
not
know
sure.
that. Was it spent? Or is it being spent, I should say? The 75,000 from current fiscal year.
A lot of those re-estimations is from amendments that you guys did, resolutions that you guys did last year, so.
Right, and so and there's a different line in the voluntary contributions, Jerry, to the county EMS association. And so we did have questions during the budget process because EMS showed up in several lines. Renee, you got some. One of those lines was the county EMS association. Another line was the EMS grant pass-through. And then,
Another one?
yeah, there were multiple lines, but the true EMS funding one was through the voluntary contributions to the EMS association, Jerry. And
Okay.
so, I don't want to get off subject, but I'm hoping that EMS as an essential service may be able to help with local EMS going forward.
Yes, I agree with you.
So
The next line 14, emergency management has gone from 0 to $100,000.
Well, that 0 can't be right. I thought that was 75,000 this
Should have
year.
been
It should have
75.
been 75,000 for this year.
But the way it was coded, that's why it bumped up
yeah,
to that.
it was
category.
previously coded a different way, so now
Oh,
it's
so that-
being coded properly.
Yeah, so if
and-
you see the actual 2019-20, you'll see the 75. Re-estimated for
Right.
2021 is the 75.
Okay, yeah.
And we've got the 100 for this fiscal.
So the form is right or wrong, or
The form is right compared to the old form that would have been wrong.
okay. I've got more questions, but I think you guys, again, are to be complimented on your effort and the time that it takes to get this accomplished. Bottom line, what are my rural property taxes going to do? They go down?
The rural levy rate is $3.48, $348,560. And so last year it was $365, so it's a decrease of 0.1644%. But as a whole, it will increase $5,989.
But with the new assessed values,
Those won't take place at, that's on like the rolling average. So that'll be FY 22-23.
Yeah, are you talking about the assessment you just got in the mail?
yes,
Okay, that won't go on for,
2 years.
2 years yet.
2 years yet?
We're being
Okay,
taxed on that amount yet.
But
so
take it-
bottom line, rural taxes should hold comparable to what they were this year.
Jerry,
Yes,
just so we're clear on this is the county's portion.
I know, yeah.
Okay,
There's the school and there's the city enters into it. I know all those things.
so we're only
Yes.
asking $6,000 more than the year before.
I compliment you for that. That's good.
That is
Well,
good.
that's good enough. You've answered many of my questions. I thank you for the opportunity of being able to do so. And again, thank you for your hard work. One
you, Jerry.
note, I had cataract surgery this morning. That's why the patch.
Oh, we thought maybe being a new council member, they roughed you up already.
Well, that's possible, but not yet. Thank you.
I appreciate your humor, and I hope you feel better.
I feel good.
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 Other comments, questions, concerns? Okay, I can ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Next item we can consider is the adoption of the fiscal year 21-22 budget as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Discussion. I do appreciate Jerry's inquiries, and I can tell you that it's having new staff in the auditor's office. They've done everything and anything they can to help with in the budgeting process. The newer software system didn't do us any great favors, and so
Times no.
yeah. But I can say that personally, I appreciate the help of the Iowa Department of Administration, DAS. They've been reasonable to work with us, and I appreciate their help. And I know that Jolene and her staff have, done everything and anything possible to make this budgeting process as smooth as possible. So those would be my only comments. Hearing no other comments, I can ask for a roll call vote. Angela?
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye. Motion carries. Next item for consideration is the Secondary Roads Iowa DOT fiscal year 22 budget.
So the numbers should be exactly the same as you just approved. It's just our yearly thing. We gotta send it to the DOT for them to approve it as well.
I will make a motion to approve the secondary roads Iowa DOT fiscal year 2022 budget.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
My only one is, I guess, I do have the X Avenue Bridge budgeted for this year and next year, because you know how construction is with July, so
Okay, so it could
it
fall.
will not get spent out of both, yes, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you have given me an initial list of projects with the American Recovery Act money that
Yep.
we're waiting on guidance from the Department of Treasury on, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that could alter the 5-year program if we,
I threw them in the 5-year program.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, Angela, roll call, please.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye, motion carries. Last item I have is a consideration of approving the Secondary Roads Iowa DOT 5-year program.
I'll make the motion to approve the Secondary Roads 5-year program.
And I will second.
I have a motion, a second, discussion. Anything move up on the priority list, Taylor, or down?
I did switch 2 roads around because I moved D65 up and switched it. So I had the Sherman Road and the shortcut to Hubbard as 2023. And I believe I flip-flopped them just because the D65 one seems to be, the concrete portion is deteriorating faster than you want it to. So, yeah.
I see you got the culverts out there ready to patch.
Yep, they're gonna do that this year, so then, 2 years from now, hopefully paving it. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, bridges, we still cannot keep up. We cannot fix them fast enough, but, so, yeah, I'm sorry if your bridge isn't on the list. It's gonna be rough for a while. I don't anticipate getting any better either.
2 other follow-ups, revenue estimating conference. How does that play with the anticipated estimates being higher than projected in December? Does that make you feel any better or worse about?
We seem fine, yeah, we'll be
Okay.
fine.
And then my second, road fuel tax, that was supposed to be quite the disaster, but that really,
Yeah, we were like shooting at maybe like 95%, but then we got some COVID relief, so if anything, we're gonna come up ahead
okay,
of the original estimates anyway, so. I wasn't concerned before we had that, but I'm not gonna say no to
Right.
$300,000 either.
sure. Okay, that's all I had. Anybody else? Angela, roll call, please.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye, motion carries. Last thing I can ask for is adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we're adjourned. Thank you.